Hey everybody, today I'm going to give a review of this cross-stitching magazine. It is the world's cross-stitch. It is by Wendell Designs, as you can see here. I picked this up in the bookstore. I was looking for a new hobby, and I was really impressed with, they offered a small kit to start your journey in cross-stitching. And so this is similar to what they were offering. I did some adjustments. It was my first time doing cross stitch, and the stitches are not great, but I had everything that was needed to make this. And so that's why I bought the magazine. So the magazine's really wonderful. It has a lot of different designs. Now, when you get the kit, it does have the cross stitch paper like so. It does not come with a circle, so you will not have that, but you will have the paper, and then it comes with a smaller size. Let me show you a smaller size project. And here it is. So this is everything that you got for free if you bought the magazine. And as you can see, mine is not exactly the same. Again, it's my very first time. They did this one with the intent to frame. It did come with all the string, and like I said, this, and then it had the little frame. That did not come with a needle. I had needles in my sewing kit, but one thing that I did find was that the string that came with it was very aggravating to use. It would fall apart on me. I had a hard time separating the strings, and so I went out and bought some new strings myself. And then in the back of this magazine, so that was one of the projects, but there are multiple amazing and cute projects. Look at this. A lot of things that I would like to try, and that was my very first time trying, so I really did. I think this is adorable. I love everything in it, actually. Some of them look a little more too complicated, especially if you're just starting out like myself. But in the back, I really enjoyed reading the how-to. So the one great thing about this is that due to copyright rules, I'm going to shut the page again, but it explained how to do the stitches. So if you look, my stitches are not quite like what they're supposed to be at all. I did my best, and it was my first time, and I think it's really cute. And I decided to turn it into, so you're supposed to like frame it, but I wanted to use it for something more useful. So I have lined it, and I'm turning it into a small coin purse, like a little coin, or, something you can keep with you, keep a little something with you. I was going to put a zipper in it. However, for this particular one, I decided I'm just going to bond and stitch the top. So right now it has some adhesive because I'm really big on using adhesives when sewing. Otherwise, it can be a disaster. And there's no reason to get frustrated. So I've seen other people put these together, and they look totally different. So I'll give you an example. There was some pages of, here it is. This is the one. So what's really difficult about this is that the paper comes like this. So I thought this image would be on the paper, and no. So you have to take the paper and measure it out. You can find your center point and then measure. And each one of these were an inch for me, about 1/10 of an inch, and then 10/10 of an inch. So I put 10 little squares in there. But then what I found is that this was really difficult because once you put it in here, and you start sewing, and if you've never done it before, you're going to sweat. And I actually didn't even have a ring when I started. I just thought, I'm just going to wing this and see what happens. So if you don't use a ring, your hand will cramp because you're holding it, and you have to hold it tight so you can put the needle through each of these little squares, as you can see. And that was very difficult. So this paper actually started ripping a little bit. Like, it started to look like it was falling apart. So at that point in time, I wanted to really get this gift in the mail before Halloween. So I decided, I am going to take matters into my own hands. And so I did like a back stitch / front stitch, back stitch, side stitch, any stitch, stitch. And it worked. So it's not perfect. I understand that, but it looks really lovely. It has a lot of texturing. It's really nice. And there's some great projects in this magazine like this. They talk to you about how to measure it out, how to take your time, how to make the knots. This one was absolutely adorable. Someone had made a small item for their grandchild, and I really thought that was nice. So that's all. So if you go and you want to try something, try a new hobby, and kits are really nice to have, but that's it. Usually they just come with the kits, and then you have to go on YouTube or all the various places and try to find this. It can be a little overwhelming. So no, I just picked this up. It came with everything to make this item. The backing is just a remnant of fabric I had. You could even use an old shirt you were going to throw away, whatever, and I hand stitched it. So you don't even need a sewing machine to stitch. I did the hand stitches on all 3 sides. I will go back over it. I love to go back over things. That's just my thing. And I will do the top and enclose it and give it to the person I was thinking about. But there's so many cute ideas in here. I do feel like it can be extremely overwhelming if you're just starting. It doesn't look it at first, but it does. It gets the numbers. Like I said, you're looking at this and this, and this. So when you look at this, it can get overwhelming. Like I said, you have to measure it out. You're going to draw this onto this grid onto your white paper, and then you're going to do what each thing says. And it tells you right here which thread you're going to use, what kind of stitches you're going to use. You're going to use back stitches or half stitches. And for me, I was in a time restraint. The other thing that was overwhelming was this is supposed to be made in 7 hours time. It's called the Cozy Evening. And this took me, I would say at least 10 hours longer. It's a long time. So it takes a long time. So these threads are short. You're rethreading the needle at least 7 hours if you're a beginner. And so that's why for me making a modification was just okay. And I think it's quite funny and it has a lot of love. But there are some projects in here that I'm looking forward to doing. This one, of course, a lot of Halloween stuff. This magazine is so full of resources and how-tos and informations, and a lot of artists in here. So, anyways, if you're going to the bookstore or the store and you see this and you feel like a new hobby, pick it up. Take it home. You will not be disappointed because there's more projects in here than I could do in a year. Trust me. I mean, not even a year, probably a lifetime. Seriously. I mean, we're not all just sitting around cross stitching all day. We all have jobs and responsibilities. So, but anyways, I think you'll love it. And the only thing that you really need to take it with you on the go is just your ring with your mapped out sketch, your string and a needle and a small pair of scissors. So anyways, take care. Have a good day. Bye.